Welcome back to Bald Feather Bets, everyone. We're going to give you a quick recap of Thursday Night Football, lay out our play for tonight for Friday night between Memphis and Tulane. We've already given it to you, but talk a little bit more about it. And then we're adding 3 plays on the weekend, 1 tomorrow, and then 2 on Sunday. So last night, Raiders-Broncos, that went about pretty much exactly as we expected. Just a kind of low-scoring slugfest, not a good game. I think you guys know we're pretty low on the Broncos. They showed they're just not a good football team. But the Raiders are so bad that even when a game is kind of somewhat handed to you by the Broncos being a bad football team, they can't really take advantage. But with the Raiders having Brock Bowers, it's enough to give them something offensively to be able to cover. Having the punt blocked was pretty awful. The Raiders going for it at midfield on like 4th and 6 when you're playing a field position game with Denver to where their punter can't punt is one of the worst in-game coaching decisions I've seen in a while. You have it at midfield. Your punter's been money. You pin them deep. They're going to shank another one when they can't get it done. You get the ball back and then potentially have another chance to score. But that made it a 7-7 game going into halftime, and ultimately was the difference, right? So the other thing, too, Broncos know to make the playoffs should be something that you're looking at in terms of futures, because they have those 2 games against the Chiefs left, and I think 1 potentially against the Chargers. But I mean, they're a bad football team. Like, they're a really, really bad football team, and they're starting to deal with injuries. They are the worst 7-2 team I've ever seen. And no, the 2023 Eagles were 8-1, so they're not the same record. Who's worse between the two? Probably the 23 Eagles at 8-1 were worse. But the Broncos at 7-2, they're the worst 7-2 team I've ever seen. And DVOA would tell you they're not very good either. They do have a good defense. They do have a good defense, though, for sure. But 5-0 last night. So that brings us to what, 457, 329, and 20 on the year. So really solid, no matter how you look at it. So tonight we're on Tulane plus 5.5 for 3 units against Memphis. Difficult spot here for Memphis, but Memphis is at home. I would be willing to play this thing anything down to 3 if you guys didn't get it when we gave it out. I do think Tulane's live here. Tulane is actually probably the better team. But Memphis has a lot of momentum and they're playing at home, and we don't know about the Pat Summerall stuff with Tulane. That clearly affected him last week. I think very little chance that Summerall's the head coach next year, right? So how much is that impacting in terms of where his focus is, where the team's focus is, knowing that they're probably going to lose him, all sorts of things like that. But this is a big game. So you get up for a big game that has Group of 5 college football implications. Also, there's a pretty strong history of when the Group of 5 contest is like this, not like it was last year where it was like clearly Boise State ahead of everyone else, mainly because of Genty. There's a history of like the week 11, so when the rankings get released, the team who's in that top Group of 5 spot, they don't tend to hold that through the month of November. So we think Tulane's live here. We like them plus the 5.5 for 3 units. They also probably have the QB edge. Then adding plays this weekend, Saturday, Notre Dame minus 27 for 3 units. Navy's gotten blown up by Notre Dame the past 2 years, and it's because it's essentially a horrible matchup. And Notre Dame plays the service academies now every single year, so like they have a game plan. And the service academies don't get their, oh, this is so weird, we don't know what to do. Like Notre Dame plays them every year, so they don't have that advantage on them. We definitely like Notre Dame in this spot. So Notre Dame minus 27 for 3 units. And then on Sunday, we're taking the Dolphins plus 10 against the Bills for 5 units. And we're taking the Cardinals plus 7.5 against the Seahawks for 5 units. Too many points for teams that are playing divisional games. We'll talk a little bit more about those matchups, though, in depth in our Sunday picks video. Thank you guys very much. Appreciate you. Enjoy Friday Night Football. Stay safe. YouTube TV and ESPN, figure it the fuck out, please, before we get to this weekend. I'm leaving YouTube TV, so if a YouTube TV exec sees my video with my 103 subscribers, I'm leaving YouTube TV unless you guys figure it out by the end of this weekend, because we are not going into next weekend where we have some bangers trying to figure out how the hell we're going to watch these games. But anyway, thank you guys. Appreciate it. Enjoy your Friday night, and let's go Tulane Green Wave. That sounds right. Yeah. All right. Thanks, y'all.